To introduce the first company of this session, please welcome Paribus, presenting are Eric Glyman and Kareem Atiye. Take it away.
Put it on up? Yep. Everyone loves getting a deal. People love the thrill of finding exactly what you want and paying less than you should. Stores, they know this. Give people the thrill of a deal and they will come. And honestly, that sounds like a win-win for everyone. But stores are taking advantage of this psychology by changing prices, by getting you to pay more without you realizing it. They call this dynamic pricing. They're changing prices faster and less transparently than ever before. 2 years ago, Amazon changed 250,000 prices daily. Now, they're changing 80 million prices every single day. And it's not just Amazon, it's every store. They've hired thousands of statisticians working to constantly adjust prices, to hold high-pressure, today-only sales, and sometimes even use your own data against you to get you to pay more through custom prices. We, as consumers, are totally outmatched. Stores try to give people comfort around these fast-changing prices by offering a guarantee that if a price drops after you buy it or you miss a coupon, you can get this difference back. But it's a huge hassle. Not only are the policies often complex by design, it takes a ton of time to price compare, figure out if you're owed money back, and ultimately engage back and forth with customer service to get paid. Nobody does it, and by our estimates and results so far, we estimate that online consumers are leaving $10 billion on the table every year. So that's where we come in. Paribus is a web app that gets you the money you're owed effortlessly. It scans your inbox for receipts, tracks the prices on what you bought, and when they drop, automatically files claims to get you paid. And you can have it starting today. So let me show you. We'll head on over to the homepage of Paribus. I see the big red button to sign me up, so I click it. Signing in and joining is as simple as signing into your email. And now, we're on our homepage of Paribus. Here, you'll find your past purchases organized, price changes on the items that you've bought, as well as real-time updates that the money that Paribus is saving you. Now on up top, you'll notice that I saved almost $45 on an Xbox, and I'd like to tell you how that all went down. So it's December. Now I want to buy a little Christmas present for my co-founder Kareem, a little Hanukkah present for myself. Normally this Xbox, it's selling for $400, but today, $340, $60 off. Looked pretty good to us, so we went ahead and we bought it. We didn't know it, but 3 days later, the price dropped, $300. We thought we saved $60, turned out we overpaid by $40. Not a good feeling. But luckily, Paribus was on it. Let's head on over to the inbox to see what I saw. First, a notice, a claim had been filed. I see that and I know money is on the way. Next, a response from customer service. They received the claim and are happy to refund the difference back. Last, I see that the money has been wired successfully, almost $45 more in my pocket, and I didn't have to lift a finger. And as we head on back to the Paribus dashboard, we'll see that savings like this happen regularly. Paribus is constantly working to get you the money you're owed.
So the big question, how do we do all of this? The first thing you do when you sign up is grant access through your mailbox using a protocol called OAuth. This way, when stores send you receipts, we pick them up automatically. For stores that don't send itemized receipts, you can head onto your dashboard and link your shopping accounts directly, and we'll pull any missing information. After we know what you've bought, we'll use a combination of price scraping, coupon detection algorithms, and keep finding ways to save you money. And when we think you're eligible for a claim, we'll check it against our internal database of official and unofficial store policies to make sure you're eligible. Once that's done, we can use our natural language processing algorithms to automatically file a claim on your behalf, as if you were to send it yourself. We'll then get a response from a store, and if it's successful, mark it as a success, and you're done. If you were to do this on your own every month, you'd probably spend hours just looking for price changes and even more hours dealing with customer service. With Paribus, it's all automated. But more important than just saving you money is making sure your information is always secure. Paribus does not live in your inbox. We paste customized webhooks to pull receipts and store communications based on subject and sender alone, without ever touching the contents of your other emails. so they'll stay within the security and supervision that companies that you already trust, like Google and Microsoft. But for any information that Paribus does pull, like receipts and store communication, we secure it as best we can. We use a combination of bank-level algorithms, intrusion prevention system, and stringent access controls. Stores have powerful algorithms on their side, and now with Paribus, you do too.
So the question now is, how useful is it? One of our beta members, a young mom who's been with us for 4 months, has already saved 45 times. And for our 1,500 members, we've already saved nearly $10,000, and we're just getting started. Paribus already supports 20 of the largest stores online, so no matter where you shop or what you're buying, food, electronics, clothing, books, you name it, Paribus has you covered. What's our model? The only time that Paribus earns is after we save you money first. Our standard fee is charged 25% of the money we earn you. If you share it with your friends, you can bring this down to 0. Paribus is the clear answer to data-driven discrimination. When you can trust the integrity of prices, you no longer need to price compare, and that benefits everyone, you and the stores too. But until then, there's money out there with your name on it. Get it effortlessly with Paribus.
All right. Great job. Judges, let's jump in. You got a question.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit worried about market size, because when you look at the couponing business, I guess there's $1 billion company, which is probably coupons.com. A whole bunch of people have actually tried to go after the category you're describing. And the problem is when let's say you're trying to acquire people to join you, ultimately if you're saving them $100 a year, $200 a year, and you take 25%, it's actually a pretty low net revenue for you relative to potential customer acquisition costs. And overall, all the companies in this category, and many people have tried variations of this, have ended up being very small. And so I'm just worried about market size, because the people historically have used coupons have been older demographics rather than the young consumer-savvy people that are buying on Amazon.
Yeah, so I think there's two questions in that. One is on market size, and the other is just on margin that you're making. In terms of size, so we've been growing very quickly. Over 70% of the people who have come on, I've been through referrals because you're saving that quickly. And so you can move very fast. In terms of the size, that 10 billion number, that's based off of online transactions alone, we think there's a huge amount of space to move into physical stores. If you look at a store like Best Buy, their biggest problem ever is people wander in, they see a TV, they love it, they go on Amazon and buy it. And I think that this application, as you grow it and can expand it, you can take it to other verticals. And in terms of this question of very low margin on every customer, we think it's a lot larger than you think. So first, we're saving our customers now already with our limited tools between $3 and $5 a month, which goes to around 40 to 60 per year. That's without even touching this other industry of credit card price protection. These policies often extend as long as 60 to 90 days. And these are tons of cards: Discover, Chase, Citi. So there's a much, much bigger market behind it as you grow. So I think there's a sizable market to grow into.
And also, coupon is a very small thing. I mean, it's a very small feature of what we're doing. The big market is in price changes and dynamic pricing, and that's what we're going after mostly.
So I think you just mentioned the answer to my question. On average, someone installs your app, and they get $3 to $5 a month for the lifetime of the app. I would imagine when you first sign up, there's a bigger volume of coupons in your inbox. Is there like a one-liner, like install this app and on average you'll get $38 or something?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we've been in a beta for about 6 months. That's what we're seeing so far. As we extend it, as we do more price checks, we think the number can grow. So we're hesitant to put out a number that's too low before starting. But we are confident, based on what we've seen with our beta members, we saved 45 times in a few months. Others, some businesses have already saved over 1,000 within being a month on it. That if you're shopping frequently, particularly at stores with high margin, there's a lot of money to be getting back that's being left on the table.
This is it's an invisible app. You just sign up once and you're done.
Sure, but how do you want to acquire the customers? Because if you're saving them on average $5 a month times 12, that's 25% margin, that's $15. Acquiring customers for less than $15 is really hard, and maybe they last a few years, and on a core basis you end up doing better, but it's not that. It doesn't seem that easy to acquire customers that cheaply.
Yeah, I think for us, the clear part is offering a super clear value proposition for when we know there's nothing else quite like they're out this. And that's why we believe that we've grown so quickly through referrals, and people have been so willing to do that. We're also introducing other referral programs. If you invite other people for free, you can bring the cost down to zero, and experimenting with another program where if you invite someone and they save at least once, we'll pay you too. $5 on that.
First of all, great job with the presentation. I thought you answered a bunch of questions, one being privacy for reading email, which I thought you did a good job of answering that. TripIt was one of the first to kind of do that auto-intelligent of reading email, and I think we're going to see more within that vertical. Why don't we talk just a little bit about your backgrounds? Why are you two the ones to be doing Paribus?
So my background was in computer science and electrical engineering. I did my master's, and that's where I met Eric. We were together in college, worked together on computer science projects, and I actually taught him CS.
Yeah, and he worked for a lot of these credit card companies setting up their loyalty program as a consultant. So we studied together at Harvard. I knew him. He taught me CS. After college, I went and worked in an industry called financial restructuring, where I worked for large companies, broke down dense legalese and contracts to make those contracts and turn it into money for them. So for us, we see us as doing that for consumers on a large scale, to take these contracts, these policies, and turn it into money that you're owed for you and get it for you. So combining those is what we're doing.
And I was just wondering, say you do reach massive scale, what happens if the vendors become more sophisticated and just adjust their own algorithms? And if you don't see that as a risk, what do you see as the other risks?
Yeah, I mean, so it's a good question, right? In terms of algorithms, it's like, what if they stop dropping prices so often, right? I think the clear trend is that they're changing prices more and more. You know, in Amazon alone, from 250,000 to 80 million every day, and almost every other store following suit. I think that's clearly the direction that it's going to be moving. The other way, I guess the other risk there is, what if they get rid of these policies, right? For that, we've thought about it extensively. Our view is that stores like Amazon, who dominate the market, got to be that big exactly by offering the superior customer service. And you're seeing it now with Jet. If one were to pull out, it offers a huge advantage to others to jump in. And so we think that treating the customers right and with integrity will keep people doing this. And honestly, it's the right thing to do. If someone buys it and it drops like a day later, a few days later, they shouldn't feel ripped off.
Especially if we can return it for free for 30 days, right?
Mm-hmm. Any last quick question?
Do any of these vendors actually give different prices to different people?
Some do. Some do. We've seen it before. It's been reported on the market. I won't comment on it specifically, but they do it in different ways. Some will actually change your specific price. Others will show you different results. They'll show you a premium product and put the cheaper products in the back.
All right, we're out of time. You guys did a great job. That was Paribus. Thank you very much.